So this is the Prize Fighting Business. I'm your host, Daniel Caycedo, and today I'm joined by Kai Bennett. Kai, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And you are about 3 weeks out from today, from this interview, for your next fight. And it's going to be for the LFA promotion, so an awesome stage. And against an opponent to be determined at this point, but a great opportunity for you on June 4th. So how are you feeling here about 3 weeks out?
Man, I'm feeling great. Honestly, this camp is going super smooth. I mean, it's like the first time in a long time where like my weight's been like on point and I'm not super stressed because, most fighters, you hear like super hard weight cuts and I've had a lot of those. So it's kind of refreshing to have one that's like, it's more so about the fight than it is about the weight at this point, which is nice.
Good, yeah. And what weight class will you be fighting at?
125.
Cool. And so 125, what does that look like here 3 weeks out from the fight?
I'm almost there. I'll say that I'm almost there. I'm not as stressed as I have been previously. So it's not going to be a super hard weight cut. I won't be depleted or anything like that, which is nice. Knock on wood. Hopefully it continues to go all as planned and everything like that. But yeah, weight's on point. So.
Awesome. And then what does a smooth weight cut look like for you? I mean, is that just tightening up the diet this far out and then water loading the week of, or how do you go about it?
For me, it was more so getting the diet and the weight down prior to jumping into fight camp. That's always been my biggest thing, is like outside of fight camp, just being more strict and not letting myself blow up. That was always the issue, especially with having these really taxing weight cuts where you are depleting yourself and then you're putting all this weight back on. And then after the fight, you're like, oh, I want to eat this and I want to eat that. And you're just, right. It just all adds up, So for me, it was just more discipline, more self-control with diet and all that. It took me a while because I'd gotten really heavy over the pandemic and everything. And I was like, you know what? I got to get it together. I need to fight soon. So I spent months just prior to getting into fight camp or even thinking about taking a fight. I spent months just dieting and training and working out and just trying to get it down. I was like, man, I gotta get it together, as a professional and everything like that. So yeah, I'd say a lot of dieting outside of camp and just being strict. I naturally drink a lot of water. So in camp, that's never a hassle for me or a chore. I just am always water loading, I guess. So that definitely helps. I think this time around, I'm pretty much able to diet, hopefully most of it off. And hopefully I won't have to cut as much in water, which would be nice.
Yeah. And you've been training with Team Elevation for this fight. This is going to be your fourth pro fight, 1 and 2 as a pro, but all those 3 fights coming actually in the Bellator promotion. So a great first 3 fights of experience. So does coming off of a loss like this last one change anything in how you approach your training or how you approach camp?
Absolutely. It's been 2 years since that last fight. And of course, when it's fresh, you have all these things in your mind and you're like, oh, I need to change this. I need to change that. And so I had, that fight was with a whole other team. And so being with this team now, obviously I'm still myself and you can't really change, your core, like being and who you are, but definitely tightening things up. And it's been 2 years. So for me, that fight's in the past. I took too much time dwelling and being upset and all sad about it, and now I'm just like, you know what? That's in the past. And this fight is what I'm looking forward to. And, just looking at what's in front of me. I'm definitely, there's definitely things that I've spent a lot of time working on and like patching up and dealing with. So I'm excited to see where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, working with Team Elevation for this fight. So who have been your primary training partners in this camp?
Oh, so many. Because we have a lot of girls on Elevation.
Yeah.
It's really just about who you're fighting and like what body type and what style. All of the girls, we all just kind of rotate. That's the nice thing about having so many is whoever you're fighting, we pretty much have somebody for that body type. So if you're fighting like a tall girl, we have girls for that, like a short girl, muscular, whatever. So we all just work together. There's really no primary training partners. We're all just kind of like, circling in and out. So yeah, we all work together.
Neat. Yeah, benefits of a big camp, like you said.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
and going into this fight, who are your primary coaches, or who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
So my head coach is actually Cody Donovan, and my other coach is Christian Allen. So Christian and Allen will be in my corner for this fight. With pandemic and everything, you don't really get as many corners as you'd like and all that. But yeah, he'll be in my corner. So I'm excited for that. And I think I also have a few teammates possibly fighting on that card as well. So it'll be nice to have like the team out there. And like that's the nice thing about having the team with you when you're out there is like, you can go back and forth between corners and stuff like that. Like you're like, oh, well, can you be in my corner? And hopefully you can sneak somebody else in the corner. So yeah.
Yeah, neat, great opportunity. And as far as this fight's concerned, you don't know who your opponent's going to be for sure yet. So how do you prepare for the fight? Are you just trying to be the best you possible, or do you have like an idea of who they're trying to match you up with, like a certain style, or how do you approach camp?
So I do have an idea, but if I didn't have an idea, honestly, it would just be about me going out there, like you said, being the best version of myself. And that's the good thing about training on and off, outside of camp and all that. You're working everything all the time, So for me, I have the confidence to be prepared for wherever it goes. We're not, every day you're working wrestling, striking, jujitsu, all that. So it's just about the consistency in your training and the preparation that you put in outside of camp. It doesn't matter at this point like who you fight. You can say like, oh, I want to fight a striker or a ground chick or whatever, but honestly, we work it all. So forever, like with whoever we fight, we're ready for wherever it goes.
I love it. Yeah, and so June 4th coming up here very soon for you. A big promotion again, LFA. So an awesome shot for you. So how can people watch this fight and then follow your career online?
How can they watch this fight? I think this one I'm sure LFA will have it on their Facebook, and I think it will be on Fight Pass. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Sure.
But my Instagram and my Facebook, Instagram Kai Bennett _ you can follow like all the details and the fight stuff. I'm on there, and my Facebook is Kai Bennett as well.
Awesome. So give her a follow, Kai Bennett, Facebook, Instagram, and watch her fight on June 4th, UFC Fight Pass or the LFA's Facebook page. Kai, thank you very much for joining me, and then good luck in your upcoming fight.
Thank you so much for having me. We'll talk soon.